Hey guys, it's Tori. So today we are going to be doing a huge collective book haul. I think I have about 20 books here. Most of these you've seen in previous videos at different times, but I figured I'd put them all in one video together. My last book haul was all the way in the beginning of November, if I remember correctly. So this is everything I have bought in book-wise from November until now. So like I said, I have about 20 books here, and we're just gonna go through all of the books I bought in the past few months. So make sure you check out all my socials down below, my Goodreads, my Amazon wishlist, like, comment, and subscribe to my face, and let's get into the book haul. Okay, so I'm not gonna go in any particular order. I'm just gonna kind of pick up what we have here. Like I said, I have about 20 books to go through. So the first one is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. This is a thriller mystery. This was recommended to me for my influencers recommend me books for a week video. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. But I never ended up getting to this. I definitely will at some point. I just haven't been in a thriller mood, so I haven't read it yet. But the cover is really, really pretty, so I'm excited to read this one. The next book is one I have read, and I absolutely loved it. This is like my favorite book of all time officially, and it is Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. This was also in the same video as the other book, but oh my god, 5 stars, 50 stars, a million stars. Just so good. This is like my new favorite book of all time. I absolutely was obsessed with it. I loved the romance. Nate is the book boyfriend of all book boyfriends. There's some very sad parts in here, very emotional, but you will get so attached to the characters. I literally loved this book so much, and I have recommended it to so many people, so I highly recommend this one. The next book is a very new release. This is Final Offer by Lauren Asher. This is from the Dreamland Billionaires series. This is the third and final book in the series. I literally love these covers so much, and the spines. Thankfully, all my spines matched up. I know some people's did not, but mine all are the same. But I haven't started this series yet, but I really want to very soon. It's probably going to be on my March TBR list, but I love the covers. It sounds really good. It is just a very well-known romance series, so I can't wait to get into this one. The next book is The Maid by Nita Prose. This is also a mystery thriller, I believe. This was also recommended to me for that influencer video that I filmed. Once again, I didn't get to this one just because I'm not in the thriller mystery mood, and I did get in a bit of a book slump after one of those books that I read, so make sure you check that out. But this one was recommended to me, and I will get to it at some point. I just have not yet. Next we have a duology, and this one I'm a little irritated with myself about because one is in hardback and one is in paperback. So I probably am going to sell the hardback so I can get it in paperback, because I am a paperback girly and I want my duology to like match. But it is Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson, and then Vow of Thieves as well. I have heard that Vow of Thieves is one of the best enemies to lovers literally ever. I've heard so many good things about this duology, and the covers are just stunning. I literally love them. I believe these are YA, and they weren't very expensive, but I am very excited to get into this little duology. The next book I bought in one of my bookshop with me videos, and it is Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. This is a YA romance. The cover is really cute, and it is about, I believe, 2 people who are in high school who were best friends, and then they had a falling out and became strangers, and then they become lovers. So it is friends to strangers to lovers, which I think just sounds really good. It's super short and quick read. I feel like this will just be a good one to like get someone out of a slump, but I have heard good things about it, and I'm very excited to give this a go. The next book was a new release, and I pre-ordered it, and it is my current read actually. It's X's and O's by Amy Leah. This is part of the influencer series. This is the second one. I don't plan on reading the first one unless I really love this one, but it is about a book influencer, which is the whole reason I bought it. And you can't even tell me this cover isn't literally so cute. I just started this yesterday and I didn't get very far into it, so I'm excited to continue. But it's about a romance book influencer who decides to like revisit her 10 exes to try and have her own like second chance romance in real life. And this guy ends up helping her do this, and I'm assuming they end up falling in love with each other instead. But I love the cover. I'm very excited. I think it sounds really, really good. And I'm just excited to give it a go. The next book is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Manscalo. This one I believe is also YA, and it's a fantasy. It is about literally a girl who loved Jack the Ripper, and I have heard mixed things about this, if I'm honest, but it really, really intrigues me. I really, really love like Criminal Minds, Law and Order, stuff like that, which is why I thought that this would be good, because it's like a romance built into a mystery, and I feel like that's about the only way you're gonna get me to read a mystery, is if there's romance intertwined. But I'm very, very excited to read this. I definitely want to get to it relatively soon, and it is a shorter read, and I do really, really like the cover. And this is part of a series. I think there's 3 other books similar to this one. The next book is a fantasy. It is Kingdom of the Wicked, also by Carrie Manscalo. This one is also YA. I don't know a whole lot about this, but I know Sarah Caroli read it and she really, really loved it, and so she ended up continuing the series. But this one I am very excited about. I think it was on my 2023 TBR, if I'm not mistaken, but I just think it sounds really, really good, and I really, really do like fantasy now that I've kind of dipped my toe into like the ACOTAR world and everything like that. Next we have yet another fantasy. This is Hooked by Emily McIntyre. It's from the Never After series. Basically, this is like a spin-off on Disney villains who get a happy ending. This is about, I believe, Captain Hook from Peter Pan. It's like his spin-off, and it's like him in a romance book. But I've heard this one's really good. I really love the covers. I think there's 2 other ones, Scarred and Wretched. So I'm very excited to get into this. The next book has literally the prettiest cover ever. It's Promises and Pomegranates by Sav R. Miller. I don't know a whole lot about this book, but it was on one of the like bestseller tables at Barnes & Noble, and the cover is really pretty. I've seen a few people talk about it, but I don't really remember what they had to say. It's about 400 pages. From what I gather, it's a romance, maybe a dark romance. I don't know. There's like 5 books in this series, I believe, but I am really excited to try it out, and I've never seen anything else from this author, so. Oh, it says it's from the Monsters and Muses series, so maybe this is a fantasy romance. I don't know, but it looks really good. The next book we have is Love in the Time of Serial Killers. This is by Alicia Thompson. This book I saw on TikTok for a while. I believe it's about a girl who is interested in like murder mysteries or something. I really actually don't know much about this, which is a running theme with most of these books. But I saw this on TikTok for a while, and yeah, I don't know, I bought it. Hopefully it's good. Next is a book I'm actually like very scared to read, because first of all, it is very thick, and I've heard very mixed things about the author because she's known for her slow burns. And it is The Wall of Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. She apparently is like one of the queens of slow burn romance. It's a football romance, if I'm not mistaken, and I love sports romance books so much, so I am excited to try this out. It is literally like 700 pages, so it is very thick, and most of the time people say that the only part that's really romance is the last like 50 to 30 pages of Mariana Zapata. So I'm excited to test her out. Like I said, I've heard mixed things about her. Some people really don't like her slow burn part because they just get tired of waiting and all the angst, but I am excited to test out her stories. Alright, I have 3 fantasy books in a row. The first one is The Night and Its Moon by Piper CJ. I bought this because of the cover, or I guess that's why I picked it up. And then when I read the back, it just sounded really good. It has something to do with a girl being an orphan, and I believe it is also fae of some kind, so it is like a romance fantasy. The cover is just stunning. I haven't heard anything about this author or this book for that matter, but when I saw it, it just sounded really good, so I bought it. The next book is The Beautiful by Renee Adahay. I don't know how you say that last name, but this one was also one that just kind of caught my eye. This is YA, and it is a fantasy. So my memory card just filled up, and I went in and deleted stuff off of it, and I don't know why it said insufficient space, because there was literally nothing on it other than what I just filmed, so I had to go on a hunt for my other memory card. So we are back. But like I was saying, it's about these teenagers who live in New Orleans. I don't really know a whole lot about it. It is a vampire novel, I think. Fantasy, romance, something like that. I don't really know. But the cover is intriguing and it sounds good. The last fantasy book I have for this video is, of course, from SJM, Sarah J. Maas. It is House of Earth and Blood. This is the Crescent City series. This is Sarah's most recent series. I probably won't read Throne of Glass, but after I finish the ACOTAR series, I want to get into these books. I don't have the second one yet because it is not in paperback form, and since I have all her other books in paperback form, I want the other one in paperback form. But this is a very, very hefty book. It is over 700 pages. The cover is literally stunning. I feel like everyone's been reading this recently, but it is supposed to be more modern. It still has to do with fae. There's still like mating and stuff like that, and I know what happens at the end of the second one because I've watched some spoilers, which I'm very, very excited about. But anything she writes, I want to read. I know I just said I don't really want to read Throne of Glass, but I want to read the ACOTAR series and the Crescent City series before I read Throne of Glass. I don't know why. That one just doesn't intrigue me as much. It kind of sounds confusing. But this cover is literally everything. And the other one, which is, I think Sky and Breath, the cover is also beautiful. But I'm very excited to read these. The last 3 books I bought in my most recent video, they are all romances. The first one is Forever Never by Lucy Score. Let's just talk about this freaking cover. It is stunning. I'm obsessed with it. I've heard a lot about Lucy Score recently. A lot of people have been getting into her books again, but this, I believe, is a small town romance. It says, you don't fall for your brother's high school sweetheart, or your boss's daughter, or your ex-wife's best friend, especially when they're all the same woman. So I think it's kind of like forbidden love or whatever. Like, he's not supposed to fall in love with the girl. I don't know, but it sounds really good and it's got a beautiful cover. The last 2 are part of a series. They are from the Brutal Birthright series from Sophie Lark. It is the Brutal Prince and the Stolen Heir. These covers are literally stunning. These are mafia romances, I believe. This one I think is Marriage of Convenience or something like that. And this one I don't really know. But these covers are literally everything. I'm obsessed with them. I have been dying to read Sophie Lark for a very, very long time. And I've also been dying to get my hands on these books. So when I saw them in Barnes, I absolutely had to have them. I'm literally so excited. I do have Brutal Prince downloaded on my Kindle, so I don't know if I'll read the Kindle version or if I'll read it on this, or I could do both and go back and forth. But I'm very, very excited to read this series, and the spines are literally stunning as well. I just can't wait to get into Sophie Lark. I've heard such good things and she seems like such a sweetheart. Okay guys, that is all of the books I have bought in recently. There will be more book hauls. There will be more me buying books because I have a book buying addiction. I don't think I did too bad for this being like a 2.5 month span, because my last book haul was literally within a few weeks and it was like 30 something books. So I have done pretty decent, and also only like 3 of these books were ones that I ordered online. The rest of them was when I actually went to Barnes or Half Price Books. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out all my socials down below. Let me know what books you have bought in recently, or if there's any that I should keep my eye out for. I love you all so much. Thank you for 2,000 subscribers. I literally love and appreciate every single one of you. I do want to do a giveaway at some point. It will probably be after I hit a little bit of a bigger milestone, but I still appreciate you all so much, and I hope to see you in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe to my face, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.